Why, hello there. This is my alter ego, Foxy Roxy. And when you see me wearing these glasses, honey, you know we about to get down and do some educational stuff. No, really, actually, I'm blind as a bat and I need to see the screen stuff. So I got these glasses on, but they're cute, right? Go ahead and smash the like button right now if you think these glasses are cute, if I should be wearing them more often, because God knows I can't see nothing. Okay, but listen, guys, I have got a treat for you today, which I'm so excited to get into. So, on this channel, I have done so many play-by-plays where we sat down and we have watched competitors duke it out on stage, win trophies, and critique why they did that and how they did it. And I normally focus on the IFBB shows. But listen, I am always telling y'all that you don't have to compete in just the NPC or for pros. You don't have to just compete in the IFBB. There are so many federations around right now, especially for those of you who want to remain natural. And luckily, online in this day and age, there are so many shows for us to watch and critique and to learn from. So I am excited to bring you today, drum roll please, Introducing the OCB Figure A Class competition for the pro level. Pro figure for the OCB, and it's going to be fantastic, guys. One of the things I'm really excited about with this particular federation is that it is an all-natural, drug-tested, and polygraph-tested federation. So you've got to be clean, and it's a good, even playing field. And there's a lot of argument out there whether or not the natural pros can hang with the IFBB pros, the other pros that are beyond stuff. And the resounding answer when you see these figure competitors is absolutely yes. And they should stand as an amazing inspiration for those of you ladies out there who want to do this and stay natural. You get to see what is possible and what's real. Now, keep in mind, of course, genetics are always at play here. So you're looking at pros, and no matter what, this is what they say, no matter what, even if you stripped away all of the steroids and everything else, the pros will always be the pros, because at the end of the day, it's a genetics game. Can your body get lean enough? Do you have the muscle size? Do you have the symmetry? Do you have the shape? At the end of the day, if you got that, honey, you put it all together and boom, you're gonna go out there and get you some hardware. So let's go ahead and get into this and take a look at these amazing pros.
With our pro figure divisions. So
they just finished off doing physique. So we're gonna go ahead and go into the figure pros. Here they are. They look incredible.
Our women's figure class A. We also have 3 classes of figure, an A, a B, and a C.
So OCB, unlike the IFBB that does just one class with everybody the same height, different heights and whatever, they do a split class, which is awesome because now you're compared with other competitors who are your exact same height, and it's a little bit more of an even playing field that way. So I actually really love how they do this. Look at this competitor, guys, all natural. Do you see how lean she is? We got to pause this for a second. She looks absolutely incredible. And I'm telling you guys, again, this should stand as an inspiration for what's possible for you. If you don't want to go ahead and get into that steroid game, honey, these ladies are bringing the heat.
Quarter turns. Can I get a quarter turn to the right?
So we're going to take your quarter turns. So right now at this point, for those of you who've never watched a figure show before, these are just bringing all of the competitors out on the lineup and just looking at first looks, who looks good, and then going with who we're going to pick out for the call outs. And call outs are very important. These girls have nice backs. Now, look at the posing difference here. I want to show you something. For those of you who are in the NPC, this posing, the side poses in the OCB are very different than the NPC and the IFBB posing, and in some of the other federations as well, because depending on the federation you're in, the posing will change from one to the other. So you got to know what your federation requires. But as you can see here, in their side pose, they're not turned all the way to the side in the way that the NPC and the IFBB does. They've got like a 3/4 model pose almost on their side pose. And I kind of like this a lot better because it has a nice feminine line, and you can really see the back, you can see the glutes, you can see you can just see their shape in a more, it just has a softer way than just the flat pose. Either way is great. And no matter what federation you're in, honey, you got to learn how to master this. But I wanted to point out that specific difference with their posing. All right, so we're going to
I was
quarter
gonna
turn
move
these
you around
ladies.
some on stage. If I can get 96 and 100 to change, 96.
They're
and
going to
100.
put the girl on the outside in the middle. She is hands down the winner. I'm calling
97
it.
And 101.
Calling it.
97
Middle.
101.
She just got moved to that middle area. There are 6 ladies on stage. So the top 5 is actually a little bit shifted over. And one of the ladies that's on the outside, when we end up with the call outs, is going to be like 6th place. So let's see where we're at.
Quarter turn to the right.
Now, the one that I really want you to pay attention to is the third competitor from the left. So go to the left and look at the third competitor in. That is the competitor that I'm calling that's going to win this show. I have not seen it yet, but I'm calling it because her symmetry is gorgeous from the front and her conditioning is spot on. Here's the thing that's really important and why I want you to watch these shows. It is because shows are won from the back. I've already told this to you guys. Shows are won from the back. You can look phenomenal from the front. You can look phenomenal from the side. But if you go ahead and turn around to the back and your legs aren't tight, the glute ham is not tight and crisp, and that top to bottom symmetry and conditioning is not there, honey, you are not going to win your show. And that's just how it works, right? So I think that in this lineup, from what I've seen so far, now we're going to do a couple of rounds here, I'm pretty sure, because there's a lot of women on stage right now. But I think that out of everyone that showed up, she just looked absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead and get back into it. I really like yellow. Yellow has a wonderful shape as well.
Turn to the right.
And it will be interesting to see how they move her around in here. Now let's pause on this for a second. So looking at the back pose, I'm going to tell you who's winning it. Again, third from the left, fantastic conditioning. Front and back is just phenomenal. Bottom half is really tied in. The next competitor who catches my eye is actually going to be the one that's kind of on the end, on the left side, right over here on the end. The only thing about her is that her symmetry from top to bottom is not as even as it needs to be. I feel like her glutes are overpowering her back. Her back pose is not as strong as it can be because she's making her back look hollow and a little flat. But the tightness in that lower half is really great in this current lineup. If we go over to the yellow bikini, and I'm sorry, I don't know all of these competitors' names, but the yellow bikini has a very interesting look in that she's got a lot of muscle and she's got a lot of balance. But the thing that's going to get her is this back pose. Her glutes are not tight enough. And again, if your glutes are not tight enough, no matter what you do, you are not going to win your class. You're not going to win the show. So you girls got to make sure that you're coming in with those tight glutes. I also like the one who's next to her going towards the left. Okay, so she would be, we have the third from the left. Then we have the woman that's in the center, the one that's at the right of the center. She's another one who has a very balanced physique. Again, top to bottom, left to right, front to back is what the symmetry should be as far as size, shape, and conditioning. And she actually has some really great balance. Like there's nothing on her body that's overpowering, right? A lot of times when we look at competitors, here's a little trick to think about. If you look at a competitor and you are noticing a specific body part just popping out at you, and like that is like the thing that you're drawn to, that person's body could actually be lacking in symmetry as far as size is concerned and how the body flows. Because it doesn't matter at the end of the day how big your muscles are. If your muscles are huge, but it doesn't flow from one to the next. And that's something that a lot of competitors don't necessarily think about. So when you're in the gym training and you're training your eye, because this is what these evaluations and these videos that I'm doing for you should do. It should help you to train your eye to become a better competitor. Because when you know what the judges look for, then honey, you're going to be amazing because you know how to bring your body up to match the standards of the division that you're in. So for this particular competitor and for any competitor, the most important thing that we're going to look for are a couple of things. First of all, front to back, symmetry, size, and conditioning, left to right, size, symmetry, and conditioning, and then top to bottom, size, symmetry, and conditioning. And when you look at the body, it should flow like an even hourglass. Okay, you got that X frame and no body part is popping up where it's just disturbing. Every single body part is popping and it flows from one to the next. And when we look at that competitor, that is exactly what we see. So again, we got the competitor in the center who actually also has a very good symmetry. But the only thing I feel like she's lacking is size and a bit of conditioning. And the same with the woman that is next to her, but she just has a very beautiful hourglass shape. Not to ignore the competitor that is on the outside, on the right. I think she actually has a really great shape as well. And I'd like to see her compared to some of the other competitors to see where her conditioning is, because she kind of looks like she's not all there on the bottom. Let's go ahead and continue on.
Quarter turn to the right.
Nice side poses.
And quarter turn to the right face front.
I think they're going to bring yellow in closer to the one that has in crazy conditioning.
Purposes only, I'm going to have 196.
So just to, again, looking at these competitors and their conditioning, guys, these are all natural competitors. I have the girl that's in the black bikini there in the middle that we're looking at on the screen. That's the winner. Now, looking at the competitor next to her, her conditioning is fantastic to the front. I mean, look at the separation of her quads. She's got a beautiful quad sweep. She's got nice cap delts. And I'm talking about this competitor right over here. Okay, let me get there. This competitor right here. These two side by side, I think we're going to be gunning for either top 2 to 3, depending on what she looks like when we turn around to the back and continue to compare her to some of the other competitors. But we're definitely looking at a top, I would say 2 to 3 with this level of conditioning. Now, again, as I said, the other two competitors that are on the farther end, next to the competitor in black, there's the one with the turquoise who's in the middle of the screen. And then the other one on the end here, fantastic shapes. Not necessarily tight enough. And I would say that they need to, the turquoise posing suit, second from the right, she needs to definitely just put on a little bit more size on her upper half to match the bottom half and bring in her conditioning. And the one that is on the far right now, she needs to put on size overall because I feel like she's a little bit small. But again, we're going to see what the judges do with this. This is just my speculation, okay? Don't listen to me, okay? But I think I know what the hell I'm talking about because I do this a lot, okay? Let's go ahead and continue.
96.
So they're putting her on the outside.
101 and 99. 101.
She's done. She ain't got worry. Okay, now we're moving yellow bikini into that middle part.
And 98. 102 and 98.
Okay, they're putting her on the outside now because they want to compare these other competitors for the next placings. She won. She on the outside because she won, child. She done.
Turn to the right.
All right. Let's pause it right here for a second. So again, yellow bikini is fantastic. Look at her size. Beautiful size, beautiful shape. Now, here's the tricky part. You would think that that is a very positive thing, but that can actually play against her in many respects because it's going to depend on how the other competitors show up, who shows up. And with physique, with women's physique as a part of this pro show, that might throw a little bit of a monkey wrench into where she might place because she stands out as a fantastic stellar shape with a lot of muscle, great size, great fullness and stuff like that. However, if she's overpowering the entire lineup, they're going to probably skew a little bit smaller and go with the competitors that fall more in line with the general shape of everyone that shows up. And that's why bodybuilding is so tricky because it's always about who shows up on the day that you compete, right? And how you compare to everybody else. So she could go into another show where the competitors are all much bigger and more her size and win that show. But I don't think she's going to be winning in this, but I have a feeling that she is going to place in the top. So we'll have to see exactly where she falls in. But that's just an observation that you should think about that makes the sport of bodybuilding so crazy because it can change so much depending on who shows up. Let's go ahead and get back into it.
Quarter turn to the right.
All right. Shows her one from the back, guys. Here we go. Look at her. She's just far right winning. So here in this position here, yellow bikini is a fantastic shape, fantastic like symmetry. However, her glutes are not in, and that's going to stop her from winning. That's going to really hurt her in the end. I really am, again, you see far right, fantastic shape, fantastic conditioning. And I believe they moved the competitor that was standing right next to her, who's also very conditioned. They moved her towards the outside as well. And so I'm thinking they're going to be gunning for like top 2 to 3 there. But this is a great lineup. Incredible lineup. Everybody looks really good.
Quarter turn to the right.
Now we are really comparing these 3 in the middle. I think that's what the judges are really trying to figure out right now. And I will say, looking at the middle, we have yellow bikini. And then next to her, we got on the right side, we have competitors in like a purplish bikini. She is looking really fantastic in this side pose. And if you're going to compare her to the other 2 competitors on the end to her right, they fall more in line with the same size and shape. And I would say you have the 3 from the right, 1, 2, and 3. And then skipping over to the left side of the stage, right? The second to the left, I'm thinking we're looking at top 4 in there. Mark my words. I know it might sound a little crazy, but I'm feeling like the same size, same conditioning, the same symmetry. They're close enough. Whereas it pushes all the other ladies who are not the same or similar size. If you're smaller or if you're bigger, it kind of pushes them out of that running for the top positions. Mark my words, I believe that's going to be our top 4.
And quarter turn to the right, face front. 96 and 100 change, 96 and 100.
She's not in as tight conditioning. And I just don't feel like she's winning this lineup. So they're bringing her back into the middle here. This is a good sign for her. All right. Yeah, ladies. Your girl is good. I don't care what nobody says. Your girl is good. Listen. All right. Let me see. All right. This is where we get to see it more.
Quarter turn to the right.
All right. So if we stop here for a second, and I went back. I got lost here. Let's go back on here. So going from the left, right? So we have the third from the left. I believe that she is going to be the winner of this show. Okay. I predict that the woman that is standing next to her to the left is going to be the second place. And I predict that it's either going to be the turquoise bikini that's right next to her or the one that's with the purple bikini that's going to be in the top 3. Okay. And either one of those might split 3rd or 4th. But I think what we're looking at right now is this lineup where we have the top 5 right slightly off to the side over here on the left. And the one who's winning the show is definitely 3rd from the left. Mark my words. We're going to check that out when we look at the awards for this class.
Quarter turn to the right.
So again, this is where you want to look at posing, because posing can help you out a lot. Now, I am reckoning that this girl did not finish her posing, because right now, I don't know what she's doing. She's not opening her bag. Let me just give her a little room. Nope, that was it. Ladies, you have to be careful of this kind of stuff, because when you don't pose properly, that's how you lose points. So if I was on the stage, if I was in the judges pit right now and I was looking at a competitor trying to figure out like what's going on and where I'm going to place everybody, and I had a competitor that didn't open up their back, they didn't showcase anything, and they're pro too, I'm doxing you. I'm doxing it off. I'm like, okay, because the thing about judging is that, yeah, judges are looking for who looks great and, the perfect physique and all that other stuff. But the judges are more or less looking for a couple of things. What are your flaws? That's why it's really important for you to learn how to hide your flaws when you are competing. You got to learn how to hide your flaws. That's what posing is all about. And if you pose improperly, you're not hiding your flaws. You're making them stand out. We cannot see her back pose the way that she's posed. And that's going to go ahead and hurt her when she's going, as the judges are trying to figure out who is placing where. So you want to make sure that you're not making dangerous mistakes like that in your posing, particularly the higher up you go, because this lineup is tough. And she can take herself out of the running just by not properly posing her back, particularly.
Quarter turn to the right.
Everybody's looking fantastic here. Tight waist.
Quarter turn to the right, face front.
Nice waistlines and everything. And now we're going to go for that front pose one more time. Let's see if the judges switch anyone else around. Absolutely fantastic.
101 and 99 change. 101 and 99.
Here we go for another call out change. So we're going to put her around, and we're going to put yellow bikini right in the middle.
98 and 102 change. 98 and 102.
Okay, we've got another change going on here. I love yellow bikini's shape. She just has such a fantastic, like the cap delts. I would like to see more of a quad sweep on her. And again, if she comes in tighter, she's a force to be reckoned with. Here we go here. And I love that they're comparing her to this top competitor as well.
Quarter turn.
Fantastic shape. She's outsizing everyone. She's looking fantastic, but she's going to lose it on this back pose right here. And that's unfortunate because she is so tight. She's so like fantastic. She's not tight enough on the bottom.
The first OCB Figure Pro Show was in 2005 at the original Yorton Cup. And our winner was Katrina Roundtree. That was an amateur event only. Quarter turn to the right.
You guys, the Yorton Cup is the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. It's like the Olympia for the OCB. So this is incredible.
With $9,000 per category. Quarter turn to the right.
So just pausing it to take a look right here at the competitors and their front poses. Absolutely fantastic shapes. Once again, like this competitor right here, she really needs to work on her posing. Her conditioning is so good, and she just throws it away with posing that's not ideal. And as far as this lineup here is concerned, my definite favorites, I mean, she's great from the front. Yellow bikini, and you know I love yellow posing suit. I've still got third from the left winning this show. The purple bikini on the end over here, I think she looks fantastic. So I think we're going to see her in the top placing. I'm going to call this competitor, I'm going to call the one next to her with the turquoise, the third from the left, yellow bikini, and possibly the other turquoise bikini on second from the right. That's our top five. I feel like that is our top five right here. So let's see where they actually land up.
That was our
That's it.
Open Class A.
That's it for the Class A. All right, so that was the Open Figure A, and that was the entire lineup there. So here's the thing, that was just the pre-judging, guys. We got to get into finals to see who ends up where and where they end up with the awards and all that stuff. These ladies look absolutely incredible. And what I hope that this does is inspire those of you who are natural athletes, who want to go out there, who want to do bodybuilding, and you want to be competitive. This is an option for you to be able to be 100% natural and to be on an even playing field out there with other competitors who are just like you. So don't give up hope. Like, these are the pros, and the OCB is known for having some amazing pros. The Yorton Cup is the Super Bowl of bodybuilding. It is their Olympia. So these are the top athletes in their federation. And as you can see, the looks are very attainable if you have the genetics to really do well there, and the work ethic too. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at the finals, but before we do, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel right now and smash that like button. And if what I'm saying to you right now is firing you up and you wanna get ready for a show, be sure that you check out my contest prep crash course, scan the QR code that you see on screen right now. It'll put you on my email list to get all the cutting edge information on diet, training, nutrition, mindset, and more to help you to get ready for your show and look absolutely incredible. And if you're interested in working with me, go ahead and scan this QR code to set up a complimentary appointment. Let's now take a look at the finals, because this is where we get the awards and see whether or not our predictions are right. Did you guess the right one? Who was your favorite? Go ahead and post your favorite down below. But let's go ahead and see what the judges say. So we're here at the finals, but this is really interesting because how the OCB does it is that they bring out all of the competitors and let them do their individual posing rounds before going into the awards. So let's go ahead and watch the A-class figure girls come out and strut their stuff.
From Ewing, New Jersey, athlete number 96, Gina Dane.
So this is Gina Dane. I'm so glad I have their names now.
From Easton, Maryland, athlete number 97, Tracy Usler.
And it seems like they just hit one pose, get out there and do their thing.
From Yorba Linda, California, Larissa Isterbody.
Hey, Yorba Linda, California. Go ahead, girl. Yes, California.
From Exton, Pennsylvania, athlete number 99, Stephanie Pace.
They run these shows really fast because they don't even have to do full routines. I kind of like doing full routines.
Florida, athlete number 100, Allison Norton.
Oh, Lord, child. What's going on with that camera? All of these competitors just look so amazing, guys.
From Prince George, Virginia, athlete number 101, Yoshiba
It's just
Robinson.
inspiring. Okay, here's Yellow Bikini. I really love Yellow Bikini. I just do. Yellow Bikini. Come on, girl. Boom. Get that shape. I love her shape.
Northfield, Illinois, athlete number 102, Amy Wallou.
And let's see if she is, oh, okay, yeah, she has a great shape too. She's a little smaller to me. She needs a little bit more muscle to really be super competitive, but her conditioning looks good.
Illinois, athlete number 104, Gina Castellano.
So before we get into this, I just wanted to do a little intro because I want you to hear how strict the OCB is about their drug testing. So you're going to hear an announcement from the MC about what they need to do before they receive any kind of prize money or anything is officially set. Listen to this.
Thank you for supporting natural bodybuilding. Without your support, we couldn't keep going, so we appreciate each and every one of you. The key word in that sentence was natural bodybuilding. Just reminding you guys, before any of these athletes can get a check sent to them, it is pending a urinalysis. So every athlete that places in our overall, before they can get a check sent out, immediately after the show has to go report to take their urinalysis to make sure that we do a thorough drug test and that they are indeed natural.
There you go.
Right into the awards for our figure.
There you go. There it is.
Class A.
Let's look at our A class.
Ladies and gentlemen, athlete number 101, Yoshiba Robinson.
Okay, 101, Yellow Bikini. That was Yellow Bikini. She's fifth place.
In fourth place, athlete number 99, Stephanie Pace.
Stephanie Pace. Let's see which one was Stephanie. If we got that right. Let me see. I can't tell where you at. Where's she at?
In third place, athlete
yes,
number 99,
okay.
98, Larissa Isterbody.
When we see them from the front, we'll be able to tell. This is a...
In second place, athlete number 97, Tracy Usler.
Okay, see, she is the one who was messing up her posing.
That would make the winner of our figure A class, athlete number 96, Gina
There she's
Dane.
second place. I told y'all, this girl is good. I'm good. Listen, my eye is good. My eye is good. Okay, my eye is good. My eye is good. This is why I produce winners. This is why I produce winners. Okay, there we go. That's our top 5 right there. Okay, those are our winners of the OCB figure. Okay, top 5. Your girl called it. I got it spot on. I got every single one of those ladies right up there, right where we said that they would be. And ladies and gentlemen, that is bodybuilding, boo. Okay, that is bodybuilding. That's natural bodybuilding at its finest. What are your thoughts? Did you like this? Were you inspired? Did you guess the right ones? Because listen, it can get a little tricky if you don't know what you're looking for, but that's why it's so important to train your eye. Okay, but we're not done with the OCB just yet. We're gonna go ahead and watch the next class, the B class, and see what those ladies are bringing to the stage. Can you guess the right one? Listen, I want you to keep practicing, developing your eye, and go ahead and watch this next video right over here, because I was taking a look at the IFBB pros, and you're gonna wanna see what they were looking like in this show right over here. Learn from everyone, and I will see you over there.